Working. That's awesome. Welcome to the Friday training on Saturday. Yes, that's awesome, right? Doing Friday training on Saturdays, that's the best thing ever. Anyways, guys, just kidding here. I'm just gonna wait a minute for everyone to join. But we got some good questions today. I decided to make it like a Q&A kind of thing, so you guys can get your question answered and get maximum value. Oh my gosh. So this is the fourth one, actually. We are doing this very, very consistently. That's awesome. Anyway, so before we get started, I'm going to be asking in the group some new questions. And I'm going to use those questions that I ask to kind of get feedback to make sure these trainings are more valuable. So keep an eye on that. But anyways, if anybody has any other question, just pop it here in the chat, in the comments or whatever. And if we have time, I would go through it. So you guys ready? Awesome. We're going to get started. Cool. So what's the first thing? What do rookie course creators focus too much on, and what should they focus more on? Okay, that's a good question, by the way. That's a good question. So the point is that, like, when you're a course creator, what do you focus more? Well, guess what? In creating, right? Your main focus is on creating courses, creating content, doing what you like, right? Of the topic you love. But here's the deal. The point is that, like, way too many people right now are focusing on just creating new courses, creating more content in a way that is just not profitable. Meaning that you can definitively try and create 5 different courses, but without the right focus, without doing the right things to sell them, you're going to go nowhere. You're just going to be moving in circles. So what I constantly see people doing, that's a rookie mistake, is just creating a course. It just doesn't work. You don't get many sales, and you go ahead and guess what? Instead of trying and sell that course, I constantly see people, okay, so this course didn't work. I'm going to try create another course. And, oh, this didn't work as well. Well, we're going to create another one and a new one and a new one. And that is a loop that never ends. So what I want you to be aware of is that if you right now have one course, you don't need anything else to get to 6 figures, like, at all. With one course, you can definitively get there. Then to scale, obviously you can create more. And if you like to create more, that's awesome. But the point is that the focus shouldn't be that much in the content. It should be on the marketing side, on how you're actually selling it. What are the systems you've got in place to consistently pull in sales, get sales in a systematic, consistent, predictable way? Because that's a whole different topic, but you cannot just rely on one-off things like, hey, I'm going to write an email to my list, or I'm going to do social media, or no, you got to have a system. You got to have something that is going to consistently generate those emails, those sales in a predictable way, in a systematic way, right? So hopefully that's making sense. That's awesome. Let's go to the next one very quickly. Do you recommend completing the entire course before launching, or wait until you have a few sales before finishing the course? Okay, it depends. The best answer, it depends. If you have your course already built out, that's awesome. That's cool. You can just go ahead and market it. No big deal. However, on the opposite of the spectrum, if your course is not ready yet and you're going to go ahead and sell it, and you're going to go ahead and just create it perfectly until it's sold, until it's like perfectly built out, it's just not going to happen. Reason being is because you can spend years creating the best course, lots of videos, lots of content, lot of templates, lot of stuff. But guess what? If you don't get people who actually paid money, I'm not talking about free students to quote unquote test out the course, or people who join at a discount rate. No, I'm talking about actually people who put their money and try to get the max out of the course, right? So if you don't get those people consistently, you cannot really fine tune the content to them, right? So my best recommendation here is, if you already have the course, cool, don't overthink it. Just go ahead and implement this system in your business. And if you do not have the course yet, make sure you have an idea of what you want it to be. But first of all, sell it, pre-sell it in some way, in a way that you can get the money before the course is even done. Make sense? That's what I would recommend. And then once you have a few people going through the course, you can always, make live lessons, record them, and put them into a membership. And then you will improve them over time, right? But that's the focus, right? Again, systems, automations, things in place that are going to make sure you can afford to do this, right? Because if you're creating courses all day, working online all day, you're going to be able to afford it. Meaning like you're going to make money to be able to continue doing what you love, if it makes sense. Because if you don't, you're going to stay in a job or doing something you don't like forever. And yeah, that's what I wanted to point out. And what's next? Okay, I need to hire somebody to read these questions out loud for me. Like, that would be fun. But anyway, so next question. How can you discover the best marketing channel to market your product? By testing. Honestly, if you don't test out, you will never know. Like, you can hire all the gurus in the world. You can pay them lots of money, but if you don't test the stuff out, it's just not going to work out. And same thing happens to people that are just, oh my gosh, I've got this course, and what should I do? What should I try? What should I do? Just go out there and test it out. See what's worked, what doesn't. That's how you do it, right? On the opposite of the spectrum, you can try to do what I call rapid tweaking, which means like you test out something, it doesn't work, you test again, it doesn't work. It's going to take you a very long time. It can take you years to figure it out. But that's how you can really find out the best marketing channel and the best marketing way. Or you can hire people to do it, to help you out with that, right? That's what I constantly do. Like a couple of months ago, I wanted to improve my health. Guess what? I didn't try to figure out what to do. I actually paid somebody to help me. Hey, what's that you gotta do, right? And it cuts in half or even more the time it takes to get the results, because you don't have to test, you don't have to experience that much. You literally have the knowledge of somebody implanted in your head. And, you know, I preach what I teach. Like I do what I'm saying right now, like every single day. You know, I hire coaches, I buy courses, I buy lots of books, because that's how you really can cut your time in half. Make sense? But at the end of the day, it all comes down to that thing. Testing and figuring out on your own, or getting help from somebody, doing it faster. But still, you will have to go to market and see how it works. Make sense? That's how you discover it, by testing and going out to the market. Now, next thing, how to get the right experienced person to evaluate your business model by paying money. Yeah. Cold cash here, cold hard cash. I think what they say. That's how you get it. Like if you want the right experienced person to evaluate what you're doing right now, your marketing, your business, you're gonna have to pay money. That's what it all comes down to. And what I constantly see sometimes is people who are looking for the cheap things, right? If you're a cheapskate and you are just trying to, you know, like there are two types of help. Like you can get somebody which is very cheap, and guess what? You get what you pay for. If you're looking for an experienced person, you're just not gonna get it paying $10 or $100 or even $1,000. It's just not gonna happen. Same thing happens with the football players, right? Football players, the best football players in the world. I mean, they make lots of money, right? If you wanna get them in your team, you have to pay lots of money. And if you wanna get somebody who's worse, well, you can pay less money. That's okay. You get what you pay for, if it makes sense. That's the way you evaluate how to get the right person. A few other pointers, though, is there are three main things I really use whenever I hire a mentor, a coach, whatever it is. What I do is this. You gotta double check that, hey, do they have proof of what they're doing? Like, if you go to their page, do they have testimonials? Are people talking about them? Do they have videos in their page of happy clients? That's very important for me when I'm making a decision like this. Second thing, does it make sense? Is it what they tell you? Is it like a pipe dream, or is it more something like tangible? Like, hey, this makes sense in my mind. It's kind of what I think I need, and it all makes sense. Or does it look like something like you don't really understand, and they tell you you're going to make millions of dollars overnight? Because if that's the case, you really want to run away. And the third factor I really use a lot is, do they have a process? Because I have worked with some coaches that they didn't have a process, and it was actually a waste of money on my side. And I have wasted lots of money until I learned this rule. They just give you time. Hey, you're going to pay me $10,000 and you're going to get 10 sessions with me. Okay, but guess what? Those 10 sessions end up nowhere because, you know, at the end of the day, if it's not a process, you're just gonna talk to the other person. But 10 sessions, 10 hours with somebody is no good if it's not following a process, if it's not following a step-by-step structure, if it makes sense. Because that's the only way a coach can replicate success, by having a system, by having a process in place that always works, that you can follow with every client. Those are the 3 things I really, really always look for whenever I'm buying anything at all. Specifically when it comes to information and training. Okay, cool stuff here. Those are very good questions. I like them though. What's next? What's the minimum launch ad investment an entrepreneur should plan for in order to get results? What's the recommended investment amount for launching? Okay, it depends. It depends. What is the minimum amount of gasoline you need to have in your car to go from point A to point B? It depends on the distance you want to travel, right? That's what it all comes down to. It depends. It's not like a fixed budget. Hey, I mean, it doesn't have to be like $10,000 definitively. I want you to think of it like a car in that case, right? How much gasoline you need to spend to go from point A to B. I mean, it depends what the distance, right? If you want to make $100, you're going to need less money than what you need to put to make $10,000. Make sense? That's what I want you to understand. Because it's not very clear, like, in order to get results, it depends what you understand by results. So yeah. For launch advertising, I mean, you don't launch advertising. That's the misconception here. So many people think like they launch their ads. The point is not. You're feeding your system, meaning that if you have a system in place, when you launch your advertising, it is not a one-off thing that you then turn off. It is something that you will have turn on forever, because guess what? It's making you money. Every single dollar you put in advertising, you make 3-4 times that. So why would you even want to stop that, right? But for that, you have to have the system in place first. Like, you really need that in place before actually buying ads or really kind of launch advertising, right? Don't think of your course business as a launch thing. Like, you launch a course and then you launch another. No, it doesn't work like that. I want you to have a system in place. You're going to have like, something like this. You know that you get an email, then after the email, these people are going to go through this funnel or this system. These people then are going to become money, right? That's what you got to have in place. Not like this. Launch, then I make money, then, well, I create another course, and then whatever. It's not clear. It's not like a repeatable process. However, what happens here instead, this is the right one, is that you, oops, what is this? Damn it. All right, it suddenly disappeared. That's fun. But anyway, oh, here it is. Awesome. So what I was talking about, the point with this is that it's a replicable system, meaning that you put, you can put $1 here. This dollar is going to go through this process and it's going to end up being, let's say, $5, right? And now with this $5, you can go ahead and put it back here, and it is a system. It's going to feed the system consistently, predictably, and it's going to scale in an exponential way. As opposed to just launching, which is very random. You just launch a course and you make money, and then you can launch it again, and it's a lot of work. While this can be like automated. Make sense? Okay. That's pretty much it when it comes to that. Hopefully that helps. Let me know over here if that's helping. That's awesome. Okay, good stuff. What do best-selling courses contain? Oh, damn it. Best-selling, like, here's what I want you to understand. What you have inside your course and how it sells are two different things. You can put literally like, it doesn't matter what you're selling gotta be valuable and all that stuff, right? You cannot be ripping off people and scamming them, right? Like, please don't do that. Don't get me wrong. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying you should scam people and have a crappy course. Not at all. What I want you to understand instead is that what happens inside the course does not affect how many sales you're getting until you're really scaling up, right? Meaning that best-selling courses, having a best-selling course, let's say I'm making 6 figures, has nothing to do with what it contains. As far as it's like a cool topic, it's not like something very, very like, oh my gosh, I don't know. Like a course for beggars on how to beg to get more money. Like, they're not going to buy that, right? But 99% of the course ideas are good if you know how to sell them. 99.99% of the course ideas are good if you know how to sell them. The problem is people just don't know how to sell them. And they think their idea is bad when it's actually good enough, but they just don't know how to express it the right way or how to communicate it the right way in a way that you can sell it to people via email, via online marketing. That's what's missing there. So again, what you have in your course right now does not matter whatever you have inside, because once, it's not that you make a course, it is not that you make a course sellable. You don't create content that is easy to sell. You set up the systems in place, the marketing system that are going to allow you to sell that course. So here's the thing, like, what do best-selling courses contain? Whatever, it doesn't matter. To have a best-selling course, you got to have a best-selling marketing system, right? A marketing system is designed to get you sales. That's it. That's what you need. It doesn't matter what you have inside, because here's the deal. Imagine for a second, right? The people in your audience most likely will have like a house, and they will eat food, and they will pay rent, and maybe have a car and pay for gasoline, right? So if you can make your course has food, or has having shelter, or has having gasoline, if you can make your course seem so important and really highlight the importance of taking your course, then people will buy. Because ask yourself this question: if your audience thought that your course is as important as eating food or has shelter, would they buy it? Of course they would, without needing to use pushy discounts or shit like that. No, because guess what? Best-selling courses, doesn't matter what you have inside. As far as you know how to sell it and how to position it properly, that's it. People are going to see it so important, they're going to buy. Make sense? Cool. Next one, let's see what's going on here. What do you think of evergreen launches? Are webinar better? It depends. It depends. Again, I want you to think of this as a car. Pretty much the same thing. It's better a Ferrari than a SUV, than a family car. I mean, it depends, right? Do you want to take your family out, or do you want to go freaking fast and have a fancy car? It depends on what you want, right? If you want to go fast, yeah, go with the Ferrari. If you want to have a good time with your family, go with the family car. If you don't want to buy gasoline, use a Tesla, right? That's the point. So it depends on your audience. It depends on your voice. It depends on a number of factors. The punchline is here that the punchline is really that it depends a lot. But here's the deal. So many people are right now preaching that there is one size fits all kind of funnel. Like they say, hey, there is a system and this system works for everybody. You're going to make $1 million overnight. If somebody's telling you right now that, you should definitely run away, because they either don't know what they're doing, or even worse, they're trying to rip you off. Because listen to me, there is no one size fits all. There is no magic template you put in place and you make a bunch of money. Like, it just doesn't exist, right? So one of the first things I do, I believe this is something you should all do, everybody should do, is my first step in the process. It's called marketing assessment. What we do here is we really go deep into your audience. What things start them off? What things do they want you to do? We go really deep into your voice, and we go really deep into the topic and your niche. I'm based on all that data, literally hundreds of different data points. Then I will be able to help and tell you, hey, you need a webinar, you need an evergreen launch, you need this other funnel, you need this other one. But without this analysis, what happens, and you can see it out there, that 90% of the funnels people launch suck. And not just because they don't know how to do them, but also because they don't do this kind of marketing assessment. They're not really like taking in account what their market is, what their voice is, what are the things that really work with their market. And if you don't count on that information, you're just lost. It's just not going to work at all. So please understand that there is no one size fits all. And if somebody's trying to sell you on a fixed system, it's just not going to work. Okay? That's very, very important, because there are so many like scams out there. Like people like, yeah, my magic system will make you like millionaire overnight and shit like that. And just doesn't happen. This is business. This is serious stuff. And you have to take your business seriously. And the first thing that people do in business is assessing their market. And that's what we apply here. Make sense? You guys follow me? Awesome. What else? What we got here? Okay, what's an average expected cost per email using Facebook ads? It depends. Like, it really depends on your market. Like, some markets are gonna be more expensive, some others are gonna be cheaper. At the end of the day, as far as you know how to optimize, you're gonna be able to bring it down. In fact, I remember with a client that, like, literally in the last week, we have been testing a lot because he launched his ads. He was like having, I think, like, he was paying like $10 per email, and that's insane. That's too much. And then I told him, like, hey, you have to test it out, and then we bring it down to 7. This is a very, very competitive niche, what this guys was in, right? Then we bring it down to 7. After a couple of days, we were able to bring it down to 4, and currently it's at 2. Make sense? Now it's like, I don't know, like 5 times better. This is ridiculous, right? It's way, way better. So what I mean with this is that you should expect, what you expect should really depend on your market. However, as far as you optimize, and you know how to optimize because it's just a whole different topic, you're gonna be able to get it down to whatever you want, pretty much, to $2, $1. That should be your KPI here, or key performance indicators. I typically use like $3, should be good. But what you expect based on your market would really depend on them. How many people are advertising right now on Facebook about that specific topic, or in YouTube, if you're advertising in YouTube, or in Google AdWords, if you're using AdWords. It depends a lot. Make sense? Cool. Okay, best way to get a handle on Facebook ads: spend a bunch of money. Like, you really have to waste, like, I would say $5,000 to $10,000 on ads to actually get a good handle on it. But here's the problem: most people just are not, you just cannot go out and burn that much money just to get how to do Facebook ads, right? So, it just doesn't make sense. So you shouldn't try to get a handle on Facebook ads. Like, if you're not naturally good at something, you shouldn't do it. You should get help. That's the best thing I would do. Getting help on that topic is the most recommendable thing. I have personally, like, when I was learning to do Facebook ads, and I'm still learning because it's a process always, right, of learning constantly. I took literally, like, during a week, like 10 courses on Facebook ads. No exaggeration. I was like all day long watching courses about Facebook ads during a week, literally like 50 hours of content and reading books and all that kind of stuff. And then I left the books, I left the courses, I finished them all, like totally 100%. What is interesting is that I got into Facebook and everything was different than they told me in the course. I had no idea what I was doing. I was like, oh, holy crap. I mean, I kind of knew more than the average person, but at the end of the day, it's like, oh my gosh, what do I do now? So I just had to start testing out of stuff, spent literally $10,000 on ads to kind of, oh my gosh, this is what works, this is what doesn't. And now after helping so many clients, obviously I have spent more money, way, way, way more. Now I know how it works. However, if I were in your situation, and even what I would tell to myself in the past is not to try to figure it out on my own, because it was quite stressing to spend all that money without seeing results until I learned it. I would have just paid somebody to do it, either for me or to show me how to do it. That's the most important part, because Facebook ads can be very time consuming and very, very money consuming as well, right? I don't know if that's even a word, but it could be very, very expensive if you don't know what you're doing. It's like playing with fire. Could be very useful, but if you don't know what you're doing, it's dangerous. And finally, the epic question: what is your take on value ladder offerings online? Okay, so value ladder offerings, what they say is like you have a $5 product and you have a $50 product, and then you have like a $500 product, and then you offer them a monthly membership of, I don't know, $97 a month. Hold on. Okay, that's a value ladder. It should be upwards though, but anyways, I don't care. So it's a good concept, definitely. Like, it can work out very well, and I have made a lot of money in courses doing that, However, after testing a lot, the fastest way to get to 6 figures, to get to $10,000, $20,000 a month, is not by doing this. The best way of getting there is by actually focusing just on one course, meaning that you cut off all the elements here that are unnecessary, and let me just cut them off. Hopefully, yeah, you just cut them off, And guess what? Once you do it, you're going to have way more focus. Your marketing is going to start being easier to optimize, easier to do, because guess what? Now you just have to focus on one thing. It's way easier to optimize a funnel with just 2 steps than with 30, right? That's kind of the secrets here that I apply. And it could be 500, it could be even $50, it could even be like, like $100. It doesn't matter the price that much. I mean, as far as it's not like $1, right? I don't sell $1 courses or $10 courses. That I just don't do it. But if it's like $50, $40, that's awesome. That's good. Because some people think that, hey, when you have a $900 course, well, you just need if you have a $1,000 course, you just need 10 clients, 10 sales to get to 10K a month, right? Oh my gosh, that's so easy. But if you have, I don't know, let's imagine a $100 course, you just need, oh my gosh, you need so many sales. I don't even know how many sales it is, but it should be like, you need 100 sales. I didn't want it to mess up with math. So you need 100 sales. That's 10 times more. Oh my gosh. But here is the deal. Since the price is lower, it's less, it's cheaper. If the price is 10 times cheaper, it's going to be 10 times, maybe not 10 times, but maybe like 5 times easier to sell. Make sense? So at the end of the day, it does not matter that much as far as it's not a very low ticket course. Like if it's like $15, you can really get it. Like that's going to be very hard. The sweet spot of my experience is between $100 and $1,000. That's the sweet spot to get in there. And you see like the sweet spot is very open, and that's okay. Meaning that getting 100 sales of a $100 course is as easy as getting 10 sales of a $1,000 course. Make sense? That's what it all comes down to. So yeah, I prefer to get lots of students for courses, like for $100. I mean, it depends on what you prefer, right? If you have a more expensive price, people are gonna be more engaged. If you have a lower price, people are gonna be less engaged, but you're gonna get more volume. It doesn't matter. You're gonna be still making money, if it makes sense, right? But anyways, that's pretty much it for now. I love to do Friday trainings on Saturday. Sorry about that. But anyways, that was cool. It's time to go out, have fun. That was awesome. I really like the Q&A kind of thingy because it's more targeted to what you guys need. And as always, if you have any question, let me know in the comments. Let me know any other thing you might need. I'm here to help. And that's pretty much it for now. I think you will have a link. Yeah, you will have a link here at the bottom of this post to book a call with me. If you're feeling like it's time to kind of make money, just definitely book a call and we can chat. And if I feel like it is something I might be able to help, we can talk about how it works and all the stuff. But if I don't really see I can help, I will do my best to point you in the right direction, give you my best advice to help you go to where you're wanting to. Because it's not about just getting clients or just making money. It's actually about helping people, right? And the reason for this call is actually just to get to know you a bit better and your business a bit better. Because maybe I'm not the best person to help you, and I will tell you. That's being honest. That's honesty, that's transparency, that's key here in marketing, in such a crowded market with people just spamming shit, right? And scamming people. So that's it for now. Hopefully this was helpful. I will see you soon. Bye.